And we're here. We're back for the second time, for the 12th time, to talk Abbott Elementary. Welcome. If you guys are getting in here, please hit that like button. Share your thoughts with us. We would love to know what you're thinking about the season so far because I
Yes.
know we have some thoughts. But Ashley, how are you feeling? Are you ready to get into Janine and them?
I'm good and I'm ready. Back like we never left because literally we didn't leave. We're right back here. I am. I have some words for Abbott, Tyra, if I can be honest. But yes, I'm ready to. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about it. I'm ready. Are you ready? Are you?
I mean, I'm not because I want to. I have only kind thoughts for Abbott. I don't want to say anything bad about Abbott. I don't. I
What?
don't. But we always have to even hold the things we love to task sometimes, which is unfortunate. Ashley, overall thoughts of season 5, episode 2, cheating.
It was right there, Tyra. We had it right here. This could have been a really funny episode. It really could have. Shaminti with the sixth graders, we could have amped that up a notch. I feel like they're mailing this in, and I don't understand why. Like, I don't think we've ever started a season this lackluster. And I said this in a little mini review that I did on the episode. It's like last season brought us two of the funniest episodes of Abbott Elementary ever. The karaoke episode, the Halloween episode, I thought were brilliant episodes last season. And to come over here and get this, I'm just so disappointed. When the highlight of the episode was the Macarena for me, I know that's bad. And that was like the opening sequence. I was like, damn it. Like, even Mr. Johnson's not as funny. I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I don't like it. But I'm holding out hope. We have 20 some episodes for this season, so I know it's going to get better, but damn.
I'm not holding out any hope. I feel like Abbott has given us. Why you laughing? I feel like Abbott has given us, the best that it could. And not to say that it still can't, but I feel like we've been in this long enough and we've watched enough TV to know when the show is ready to take its, graceful bow. It's giving like we maybe have one more season left in us. And respectfully, we're going to have to say you guys bye. That's what
But
it's
go
giving
out
us.
with a bang, Tyra. But go out strong. Go out with the crowd. What did the man say in Tyler Perry? The worst thing he saw was Lena Horne not getting off the stage when the people wanted her to get off the stage. Get off the stage when they asking for you. Don't get off the stage when they pushing you out. Like, this was greatness. This was black excellence. And Tyra, I want more and better for us.
We get it with 5 seasons in. How long you want them to be here? I think that it is a blessing.
Like The
This
Simpsons.
was never, I'm sure, the show or the property that anybody thought, especially with the cast, like, oh, this is going to be such a hit. I think it was overwhelming and unexpected. So now that it has been and it's been like consistently good, every
Yeah.
show, when it's time to go, they start to wane a bit. And I think this is where we are. And not to say that this was, oh, this is the most terrible thing I've ever seen on TV. Oh, it was just
Yeah.
no. This was a good episode, but by Abbott standards, especially in the beginning, if you've been watching since season 1, like your beginning stages of Abbott episodes, your middle stages of Abbott episodes, and the ending because we want you guys anxious and ready for us to come back for the next season. This is giving middle. And if we're giving middle episode 2, it's a little alarming. I don't know. It's just a little scary. And it's not just the temperament or how comical, that this episode was. It's other things happening here that has me a little concerned because we are so far along in these seasons and it's 5. Like, we're going to get here, but let's get started. Let's get started. All right, Janine. Janine and stepdaddy Tariq. I already knew what we were going to have here when I saw that Tariq was going to be in this episode. I'm like, okay, Tariq is going to be doing the most. I I love Tariq, but I don't. Tariq is a crutch for the show for me. it's like that instant comedic relief, and we don't have to just work as hard because Zach here is just effortless. He can just deliver it. He probably, I feel like he just shows up and he doesn't have any lines, and it's all just him
Hmm.
ad-libbing in the scene because he's just that funny. It's very natural. But Tariq also gives that character who was probably not supposed to make it past season one. But he was
Yeah.
just so good, and they had such great chemistry, and he was a fan favorite that we kept him around even when we didn't need to. This is a situation of keeping him around, even when we don't necessarily need to. Now he's a stepdad, to whomever. And we introduced this last season, but even last season, it was just kind of like, what is Tariq here? Like, what's going on? And we love this, but since he isn't, that mainstay, and it was just supposed to be kind of an obstacle for Janine to overcome, and I'm beyond that. I was that Janine when you first met me. I'm not anymore. This kind of places her back there. So when I have here, like, has Janine grown or not? I want it so badly. I was like, come on, Janine. Come on, Miss Teagues. This is the time for you to stand and be Miss Teagues. I am not that Janine. You will not come in here and have your way and say, well, she got you in these cheap seats. Maybe get in the front because Daddy told you to. Tariq was selling it, and it was very funny. But I was more so looking for Janine's reaction. And she, at first, and even still in the end, delivered that reserved, I don't want to step on any toes. And we know Janine is very non
Timidity.
confrontational. But in season five, I'm looking for progress to where I don't even see, whatever that was. And I'm like, it's not fully happening for Tariq to even think that he can come in here and do this in the first place. But I wanted her to respectfully, this is not that. We are not that. This is my classroom, and you can get the fuck out of here. It's not in those terms. It's not Miss Shemiti's room, but still, I just wanted Janine to give a little but it was, a respectful thing. Like, I can't, when she said, well, I can't confront him in that way, he's grown so much as a person. I don't want to step on anything. I was like, oh, Janine. Janine, this is not your job, honey. This is not your man, your man, your man. You don't have to consider his feelings anymore. But, that's very on brand for Janine. I just would love to see what else we could have done with this time in this episode if it wasn't in any way fixated and curated for Tariq to be here because he's the past and we want him to stay there. Even though this was funny, I would much rather see her with Gregory in their relationship outside of the school and then us coming to the school and us, the things that we kind of spoke on episode one. But this wasn't terrible. I didn't mind it. He's naturally funny, but he's just here. Ashley?
Yeah, it gives nothing for me. Like, and I like Tariq. I think he's fun. I think he's fun in the assemblies. I think he's fun as like the PTO dad. I think he's fun in those spaces. But I think if they're not willing to take any chances in the dynamic with him and Janine, that it falls flat for me every single time. Like, how many times is he going to go in here being super dad, whether it's with her or any of the other teachers? It's kind of lost on me because I just don't care. Unless you're going to give us some tension here, like, is there going to be some angst? Is he jealous of Gregory Eddie now because he has Janine? Like, give me something to kind of play with and make it a little bit interesting. This just feels like old hat. Like, it feels like we done been down through here. He was here all last season, post breakup, right? She done moved on, all these things. Tariq been here, and it's not, come on, girl. Like, and we do. And again, I don't want to see Janine change completely, but I agree with you. A arc of growth would be great from season one to season five. You still can't be cowering down to this know nothing man. He wasn't nothing to you, girl, and he not gonna come in your class and run it. You done got bad with everybody else. You grew a backbone last season. We thought, don't regress her character, I think is what I feel like. And again, not reading too deep in it. This is a sitcom, a situational comedy, and we're here for it. But I'm just, it could be so much more. And like Tyra said, it's not terrible. It's not the worst thing on TV. I don't ever want to paint that picture, but we hold it up to a higher standard because we know they're capable of more, and they automatically have a chemistry and a synergy with this cast that it's easy to do. The whole thing when he's like, trailing after Gregory Eddie when he comes in, he'll listen to Gregory but not to Janine. Like, play on that more. Let's explore that more. He wants to be his bestie, but sell it. Do it more. He's shadowing Gregory. Like, he's getting on Gregory's nerves to the point where he's got to come tell Janine, like, we got to do something about Tariq. It's a problem. Like, give me something. I need a little bit of tension in my comedy. I do. I need a little bit of something here. And
Oh, the swap would have been funny. If you would have been in there, man, you ever woke up with me? And she has this little smile on her face, and then she gets up and she makes you those pancakes with the happy faces on. And then, does she still have the mug over there on the left side of the bed? Man, I swear to God, I used to like that.
That's all you gotta do.
And girl, Gregory can do that same like if you don't get him do
Because
that
did
noise.
he do his stare in this episode either, Tyra?
He did it. It was brief, but he did it. He did the
Okay.
stare. I was looking for it. He did it. But if it could be like, hey, like that with that, like that's me, that's mine now.
Hmm.
Move. I'm
Come
remaining.
on.
Like, please, come on, Gregory, put them arms out. Like I would love that, but they don't want that for Tariq. He's strictly comedic relief, but that's not the only place he resides. He was so bad to her.
He
He
was.
was so bad to her in the beginning. It was very not working. You're gonna take care of me. I'm gonna chase my ambition. I'm eating off of you in the meantime, in between time,
Yeah.
because you don't know any better. Because I'm your first boyfriend. He was like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was telling the kids, I was the first. She used to be with me. Like he still resides there. So we need to have him read the room and recognize I'm not that anymore. I'm not that Janine. I'm still Janine, but I'm not your Janine. But it's just, come on, stepdaddy Tariq. I was like,
Yeah.
what are all the pleasantries for?
Yeah.
We're leaving this here. I just try to make sure it wasn't just me. Speaking of my boo here, never entertaining Tariq and Shaminti. Check your kids. Now, I love Gregory. I love Gregory
Damn.
Brown. It's episode 2. I don't know. I'm just a little scared for where they have him so far. He's just kind of existing. And I love when Gregory has his own arcs. And since we are, from what I feel like, we're leaning over into, all right, season series finale, season 6. Yeah, come on. Baby, where is Assistant Principal Gregory? Come on. Where are those? I need a bit of a wake up, especially since we've kind of gotten over the hurdle of him being so uptight and having that impressionable those tendencies from his father, and like, okay, I can dance, I don't have to be so rigid. Like we're there. And I think he has everything that he would need at this point to be a great principal or a great assistant principal, something. So like let's go there. If we weren't gonna do that in this episode, and I was like, he over here telling Sheminti and the 6th graders, and I overheard they said, "Oh, Cam Newton looking ass, he can't hear nothing in that big ass hat," which
That
was
was funny.
funny. And it's just like, yeah, Sheminti, get your kids. But I was like, I thought that this would be where Jacob was residing, giving that olive branch of advice. Well, yeah, this is actually. I thought that would be them mostly, especially since they live together. And I
Yeah.
thought Gregory would be here to, like, you know what? Let me check Tariq. I was waiting on that in the episode. I thought that would be the logical place to go. But that's just, he just wasn't entertaining him. But it's giving, I know my woman. I don't have to. You're definitely nothing that I need to worry about. You're not. Nobody's worried about Tariq, but he still needs to be checked on his behavior, whether it's for comic relief or not. I need you to know that this is real. That's damn near wifey. That's Legos, baby. Get the hell away from Janine and stop playing in her face. But he's just kind of here as, a push towards another character's arc, whether it's Janine or Sheminti. I need us to get to Gregory's arc and get into that assistant principal. Something. Ashley.
Yeah. Again, give us a little bit of tension here, and I really like that idea, especially like I said, this a confrontation between Tariq and Gregory, because Gregory's manhood was challenged last season by one of the students' parents, right? So I think that would tie into his arc narratively. I guess we're just to assume that he's got it all down in the teaching world. I think what I'm missing, especially in the earlier seasons, is that everybody had their own arc, their own classroom, their own battles that they were dealing with, whatever that was. And they were featured so succinctly in each episode. You really didn't feel a deficit because the times where we did have the whole ensemble together, it worked. But then also when we got to see Gregory struggling in his classroom, or Barbara not having the handicap desk, or, whatever struggles they were having, it all tied in together. And I think, like you said, just seeing him as an aid to other characters, I'm wondering, and don't get me wrong, because I love the Janine and Gregory love story, if we actually get one at this point. But I wonder if because of that, they've decided to back up on his individual arc. I would absolutely hate that if that's the case. But if it feels, and it don't even feel like they're feeding into their narrative together. But I would hate it if we don't get to see Gregory. His moments are some of the funniest over the earlier seasons. Period. So I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not delusional. We left off with Gregory doing Uber for some cute coins. Like,
yeah, yeah.
is that not, is that not still a thing? Like, he does want and desire more and financially wants more for himself than maybe just teaching in the classroom could
That's what
provide.
it was.
Are we
That's what it
not?
was
I was
supposed
like, oh, we just left that. And I don't know. I would love to spend, and I'm not saying like we need to spend time with their relationship every single episode, but it does matter. I like when we got, the little cheeky, like, nobody knows, we're keeping it on the low. Everybody's like, everybody knows Janine and Gregory. You're not as
Yeah.
sly as you think you are. Like, please. I like that, but I don't want him here narratively just to help the next character alone. I want Gregory to have his own individual arcs and look at the camera at least twice in an episode. Now, we get a new counselor here, Miss Alomar. Miss Alomar, and she's not, just the new counselor and the new voice. She's here new, so of course she's giving Ava all this praise in the episode. And I don't know how you do it, because it's one thing with the kids, but these goddamn employees like Barb and Jacob, they're annoying. And I'm just, and she has these one-liners. And I was like, oh, she's tall. She's tall in the halls. It did nothing for me. Nothing at all. And I was like, man, we just got a new teacher with Barb over there, and the student has now become the teacher, this full circle moment. I thought that we would be trying to ingratiate him in a way and get him to be a familiar so we can get into whatever can transpire between him and Barb, good or bad. Or just this new style, because he is, and just being the newbie and adjacent to Janine and her still figuring out where she fits in that, and her maybe giving knowledge and advice because I know what I'm doing now. No, we introduced a brand new counselor, Miss Alomar. Ashley, did Miss Alomar do anything for you?
No, bring Ashley back. At least Ashley was her own ball of mischief and being goofy and like I don't know, she doesn't bring anything to the dynamic for me. And I think that's how they wrote her character, of course. She's supposed to be plain or whatever. But I did we God bless it. I'm glad that she's working. Like I'm glad that, we're getting the expanse of diversity. But if it was that, bring Ashley back because Ashley was fun. Ashley was funny. She had great timing with Ava, with the rest of the cast, with Shaminti. And let her take over Shaminti's old class. Like I would have loved seeing her back. This counselor is not doing anything for me, but we got to address the baby's mental health, I guess. So here she is. And then where is our librarian? Where is Cree at? Where's damn Cree Summer at? Come on, guys. I don't know. I don't feel like I needed the new counselor, but I'm gonna hold out hope. Maybe something funny will come out of this. It didn't come out this episode, but maybe it'll come out in the future.
Well, you know how kindred we can be at times because I too said, we're the folks. Okay. So, yeah, this is where we are. This is where we are. I was trying to figure out, I was like, what is missing here? Apart from the comedy, that's one thing. And it was funny, but it's like something is missing. Stop introducing these people. Let's revisit some folks. We have an
Yeah,
abundance of situations.
good
I just
people.
think at season 5, we can't just be that situational comedy just in the school and that mockumentary type of thing. And it's just your everyday struggles of a teacher. We didn't make the show that narrow in that way. We've gotten really personal with everybody. So at this point, we want growth and arcs for everyone. Because some of my favorite things from last season was Gregory and his dad. Like, we need
Mm-hmm.
those things. There are so many characters here, and this ain't even
Listen,
all of them. This is who I
yeah,
pulled, that we could revisit and not introduce a soul.
that
We
part.
can't. A lot of the moments in the show, which is just a testament to how popular it is, we did get more into like cameos. And guess who we have here now? Like, ooh, who is that? Was that Keith David? Is that Taraji? Is that this person? Or we'll have I don't want to say diverse hires, but it does give, we want to give diversity and be fair. Like, this is an equal opportunity kind of show. So where you may have shows that are completely whitewashed and you're only singing, no, everybody's welcome at Abbott, and it kind of gives, box checky. And it's like, okay, well, yeah, we need a new, and I don't know what Miss Alomar is, but it was kind of giving Latina. And it's like, well, let's just put her, like, we got to make sure we, like, no, we have Latinas that we could use already.
Yeah.
And that's not to take an opportunity away from anybody, but I was like, baby, where is Cree? We could be doing stuff with Cree. Like, it's Cree summer. We could be, we could be doing stuff with Cree. I would love, once again, getting into some growth, if we can get into this season and we can have Taraji pull up. Yeah, hey, baby, so mama need a favor. Yeah, I'm not doing that. And I'm going to be able to firmly tell you, no, I'm not going to need Barb to step in and handle and offer and do one thing and I give you another and have 50-50 with you. Mom, that's not my responsibility and I'm not doing it. I have a man and I have a life. Come on, Janine. Come on, Taraji. Baby, Manny was over there. Where's Sexy Manny? Where's Manny? Where's Janine's bestie? Where's this man? Where's Leslie Odom Jr. down here, who was across the way down at the charter school? Where
Girl,
are
he
these
back in
people?
Hamilton. They booked. AL booked. Lock Queen over there got her own show on Prime. Cree probably doing something. You know the people
I know
booked.
they got
David
stuff
booked.
because they told them they weren't moving forward and bringing their characters. You didn't give me a job. I have to go get a job somewhere.
Manny over there somewhere being a deviant, being a serious actor, honey. Yeah, and Leslie Odom, he back in Hamilton. Mr. Burr, sir, he's over there with Lynn.
I'm just like, there's so many wells that we could drink
Yeah.
from here that would be really like prevalent to progress everyone's story. And if we can reach back into those people before we start introducing an Alamar or a kindergarten teacher or whomever, that would be
Yeah.
great. Like, girl, like if Raven Goodwin popped up with her Pearson, hey Miss Barb, I'm gonna be
Yes.
substituting across the way, boo. You look good, bitch. Like, girl, I would cackle.
That'd be
I
great.
would I would cackle
And
like,
we haven't explored Ava and her father's relationship anymore. And I'm like, yeah, Keith, come on back. And I know you're doing the lowdown right now over there. But come back. Come back. I want to see that. I really want to, especially now that she's in a relationship, a serious relationship. I would love that. And Orlando Jones, bring him back. He got some little bit of time. He can come back.
I don't know, these people are just so great here, and I feel like
Yeah.
these are the ones who would matter. It's just because every single time they introduce a new character, they have to start from scratch and get us to care about Miss Alomar rather than kind of reaching back into this overwhelming well of people here. Come on.
Yeah.
Ashley was free. Call Ashley. Call somebody. But I need to see some of these people, one or two, before the season's out. I'm going to say that before you try to ingratiate somebody. Ciao. These childish people here. Jacob is trying to save the planet and save the water. Because, baby, why are you running the dishwasher Bob off of your one grandma mug, ma'am? Can you please? It's just like, oh, so you have a problem with that? I'm going to be real petty. I'm going to put it in here with a spoon. And we have them, of course, going back and forth about this. This was, as cute as Abby could be. Was it their top tier funny? No, it wasn't. It wasn't their top tier funny. Baby, I love Jacob. Anytime I'm gonna get a cackle, it's normally on the behalf of Jacob. This was funny. Was it ultimate Abbott funny? No, but it was a cute thing to do and them have that compromise in the end of, yeah, I can be considerate and wear some gloves and wash this dish. And I can, even get you a mug and meet you where you are, Barb, because we don't want to do nothing to the glamour nails, now do we? Ashley, how'd you feel about that spoon? Because Barb put a spoon in
Yeah. Well, it's cute, and I'm never going to discredit Quinta or her writers' room because they pay attention to details. If you go back to season 1, episode 1, when Barbara's introducing herself, that's one of her main talking points. Yes, and I get my nails done every week because I'm that girl, and so it's really funny now. She's coming back and saying, "Yeah, I can't mess up my manicure. Do you see these? Like, I don't. They're not meant to wash dishes. I don't do that. I come to this school. I teach my classes, then I go home. I don't desire to do labor. So it was cute. It was a kiki for a moment. Again, like you said, it wasn't, but it was fine. Like I said, I think the writing is still smart. I just want them to, I just want them to do more. That's
They
all,
just know what they can deliver. Like, you can't spoil us for three seasons straight, get a little, whatever with the fourth one, and then it's just like really like funny, and then you come
Yeah.
and try to be plain funny. You don't get to be plain funny, Abby.
Anymore.
You
Sorry.
don't get
This
to be
work.
normal. No, you set a standard, and we want you to meet it. I'm supposed to be belly laughing every single episode. I ain't supposed to be having just a little key. Now this made me belly laugh a bit because what, Shamenti? Because I'm gonna teach the little motherfuckers, okay? I'm gonna teach them kids. Shamenti is a mess. This would never fly in anybody's room. He's trying to gather the kids in the best way. I'm gonna get these sixth graders. You know how? Because we need, freedom of speech, expression.
Yeah.
Like,
They get one
oh,
cuss word.
everybody gets one cuss word a day. What? Girl, these kids going off and all the bleeps were very, very funny. And even the whole thing down here with the testing. I did want a bigger payoff because she just kind of came out, you know what? And which is very normal and rational by teaching standards. You do get lax if you're with a certain grade, and it's just like riding a bike. You don't give
Yeah.
your 100%. I don't want to say as a teacher, but it's just so effortless. You don't have to go as hard, and it's just going to come out. And it's just like, no, I'm going to teach him. I got to teach now. I gotta teach now. I gotta really push myself where I didn't have to before because these are sixth graders. And I like the little banter that they had back and forth. I think we're gonna see a dynamic here like we seen Jacob and his students. We've seen Gregory and his students. We got Janine. I don't think we've had like Shamenti and her students. I don't think so. Not like on a basis like this where we could, and with her having an older age group. So I think it's gonna be interesting to see them grow over the seasons. But yeah, this was funny. This was cute. The one cuss word was very funny. Ashley.
Yeah, this is what I thought had the most potential in the episode, and I liked the premise of this the most because, yeah, like Shamenti, like you got to be a gangster with these kids, and I really thought she was gonna go off the deep end. Like I didn't think we get a lecture about no, see, so when you're doing it something, you can't bring all these people in it, because it messes up the scheme or whatever. I really thought she was gonna show them better than she could tell them.
Yeah.
I think I like the potential of where it could go. We have our smart aleck, brilliant young girl in her class now, and I think this is going to be the challenge. The closest Shamenti has ever gotten to anybody earlier in the earlier seasons was to that damn guinea pig. And so, yeah, I think now this is going to be her time to shine with the sixth graders. And ultimately, I think she'll like it overall. But yeah, I wanted her to get a little bit more gangster with them. I wanted you to come in, in your mask, sis. Like, I want you to shock them, scare them, do something. But I get what it is. But Shamenti's always been over the top, always talking about rolling somebody up in a carpet, doing the most. So I did want to see a little bit more unhingedness, but I like it. I like her adapting to the sixth graders and like, okay, I learned that new math over the summer, but that wasn't enough. No, I planted the other test. They had to study and they learned. They learned. This is different. I was mailing it in before, so now I'm going to take it more seriously. Because Shamenti's always cared about the kids. We got that part, but I think this is going to take her or test her at another level. So I'm excited, and like I said, I'm excited to see the banter between her and Mrs. Smart Aleck in the class. I think it'll be interesting.
Maybe if she would have pushed it and Shamenti would have gave us Goodfellas Mafioso, I'll kill every one
Yeah.
of you. I'll kill every one of you. I would have been here for it, but it's like, no, I'm gonna teach the little son
I'm
of a
gonna teach
bitch. Like, what? Gregor's like, is that not what you've been doing this whole? What the hell have you been doing this whole time, Shamenti? If you haven't been teaching, nothing. I've been going to work, Gregory. I'm tenured. I've been here for so long. I'm not actually teaching anymore. I'm just here. I'm walking with my eyes
Yeah.
closed. Like, no, I have to wake up and actually teach, which is always
But
very
is
difficult.
that relatable? Because you were a teacher, so was that
Hell yeah,
relatable?
hell yeah. I despise another grade. Like if you have like your kids and you've been teaching and doing things a certain way with a certain grade for like I'll say minimum of like 5 years, like
Mhm.
and you want to tell me that 6 year, okay, we're gonna put you over here with these fourth graders. What? You just have to show up differently with older children, and I'm not ashamed to say I'm not prepared to. I don't want to. I don't want to. I have no desire. I like meeting children where they are, and they need to be kindergarten to first grade. I can't meet you over there in fourth, fifth, and sixth. I don't desire to. I don't have the capacity to. So the fact that she has to push herself for this, I'm like, I really have to teach now. Damn. Now, of course, prior you are actually teaching, but it's like second nature to you. You don't have to push yourself to go beyond how you've been teaching and what you've been teaching a certain way for 10 years of your life. Now you got to get over here and rewrite the books for some sixth graders. Man, I quit. I quit. Now we have Ava here. Ava is curating the drama because we ain't throwing no hands, Gregory. So you don't love her? Ain't no lust happening? Ain't no old unrequited desire? No messiness? Come on. Where's your man? Ava, where is the man?
Bring
Okay?
him out. Bring him out.
I'm not about to play with y'all. Why are we so consumed with this? This was very first season Ava. I was like, This is something Ava would do if she was still desiring Mr. Gregory. We're beyond that. We've been away from the guns in the doorway. We've been beyond that. This is very like, oh, you're with Janine, but she's so bland. You could have had Ava. Let me throw this. Because I know you want this. Who doesn't want Ava? This is very that. I just didn't see any reason at this point for this to be on the docket to be this invested. Hell no. Now, if she wanted to be on the docket and we wanted to roll over, which was another thing, this felt so disjointed from that first episode. It felt like nothing rolled over that we saw that happened. And it's just like, okay, are we going to revisit any of those things? The issues with the school, everything falling apart.
Yeah.
We didn't mention any of those things. I didn't see her trying to get ducks in the row. It was just, yeah. So is the mess starting off? I was like, if we're not going to be over there being Ava the fixer and getting this school together because I care, we don't care about this dynamic. Where is your man? Huh? Where's your man? Huh? Where's the relationship? Where's your boo? That's where I'm trying to get. I need you to worry about your man and get away from Gregory and them. We don't care about that no more. We have priorities now. Ashley?
Girl, yeah, because don't take away the sense you gave her last season. Look, she done vied to get back, big borrow and stole to get back into the principal position over here. Let's not forget, that like you said, things are falling apart and we didn't have a cute coin to get it. I really thought she was going to be scamming this episode to figure out how we're going to get this money to get this school, these repairs, completed. But no, I mean, it's on, this is Ava. She want to be nosy. Janine, they fighting over you, girl. What's going on over here? Like, let me see. But I didn't expect us to linger over here. Because where's O'Shawn? Where's O'Shea? O'Shawn, wherever his name is. Where is he at? With his fine self. Bring him out. Bring him out. If we're not going to focus on the repairs for the school, let's focus on your man, Ava. Is he not picking you up for lunch? Is he not Uber and eating your food? Where is your side business? Like, I need some remnants of our Ava. And I think she's beyond this at this point. Like, it's cute. Like, let me just go be nosy. All right, that's enough. I'm over. I'm bored with you guys. Let me go talk to my man. Something I don't know why they introduce these relationships and then completely depart from them. Like, we just don't get to see it anymore. Like, that's what I want.
If we don't see that man, at least by episode 4. Like, why are you doing this? Like, is there a budget? Like, what is it? Has everybody's rates went up? Because baby, the show is cooking. These are not the first season characters, and this is the Sheryl Lee Ralph and Tyler Williams. Did the checks go up?
I
Why can't we
mean,
see other people?
yesterday's price is not. I mean, today's price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. It didn't
It's
went
like
up. Honey.
there's a limit. There's a limit on who we can see and what we can have and how often. Why? Lord, is he tied to other projects? I ain't seen that man in nothing. What he doing? But
Tyler
respect to that.
Perry.
Oh, nothing. Yeah, predictions, because I'm not even going to bother to get over there with Mr. Johnson cooking that salmon in the dishwasher.
With the suds. So you don't put the soap in
Girl,
it too. You
like,
load it.
oh, man. He said, damn, overcooked it. Well, it's like, okay.
Please.
Ashley, predictions for episode 3.
Ah, yikes. Hopefully, some Janine and Gregory action, some Janine and Gregory time, some Ava and O'Shea time. I need that. Got to have that. I would really love to see any of the other teachers really have a storyline. Barbara, let's get in her class. Let's see where she's really at. I want to know what her state of mind is in terms of teaching. Is she ready to retire? I want us to introduce something very early in the season. So I just need a major plot point to be revealed finally by episode 3. Please do that for us, because right now we don't really have a dilemma. We start every season with some sort of dilemma or something going on, and we don't really have that yet. So please, 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 please give it to us next episode. Please, I beg of you, Abbott.
I want to know: are we completely dropping the gentrification narrative and people trying to move in on the neighborhood and Abbott? Are we going to have the rich whites moving in and them bogarting their way through Abbott and this damn near becoming a charter school and they're trying to push out the more impoverished neighborhood kids? Like, are we going to go back over there?
That's what we thought we were
Are
going to
we,
get next season.
are we gonna go back over there? I really want to know. Like, there's always a question about if and will Abbott still be standing, and if we have the means to. I want us to kind of focus on that and zero in, because it does kind of feel like we're about to tiptoe out of Abbott, sooner than later. So I want to get into those. The topical comedic things are great, but I want to get to the heart, and the heart is the kids and the teaching. And
Yeah.
normally we threaten or shift that, and we have to have the team readjust and accommodate, because we're not losing our school and our babies in the circumstances. We need to be teachers at Abbott. Okay, I'm
Yeah,
waiting on
Janine always has a mission by now. She always got something she campaigning about to do. Come on.
that. We shall see. But you guys, that was Abbott Elementary. Anything you want to say, Ashley, before we get out of here?
But thank y'all for coming through. Thank you guys for supporting the live. Don't forget, if you got a new membership, tomorrow in the collective Discord, it's Blockbuster Movie Night, 9:15 Eastern Standard. We will be watching Back to the Future. All right, it's that time. It's that time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here, and please make sure that you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And yeah, we have lives almost every day, so make sure you're here.
Sure do. Don't ever say we didn't tell
You
you.
do.
Everybody have a good night.
Good night.
Man, you the baddest and you know it. Is that my bestie in a testy? Fresh blowout, skin on town. She ready. She look good with a T at the end. I'm a hyper every time. Now my mouth pick a friend. She been down since the jellies and the bobos. Now me stepping out the Jeep and my nut when we pull up to the scene, they be filled with jealousy. If a chick is finicky, she gon' bring the energy.